So let me pitch this to you. Hypothetically, you just finished playing God of War or God of War Ragnarok, and now that you've gotten your way through the Norse mythology, you're now thinking, where can I go next? Well, let me offer you this. Go through the Swedish folklore and different ideologies like that, and you're going to find this game, Bramble, the Mountain King. Jokes aside, we're not actually going to be going through the different gods or kings or anything like that of this mythos or folklore setting, as it would be more aptly put. But today we're going to be looking at this little game. My name is Falling Hurts, and I'm really excited for this game, and it's one of the many games coming out in 2023. And with my channel, I'm trying to highlight some of these smaller games rather than that February fuck-up that is all of the AAA games for next year. Oh, and while I am reading the Steam page for this, let's not forget that there are planned to be the next-gen console versions of the game as well, with the Xbox Series and the PS5. And with that being said, jumping right into pretty much everything you need to know off the bat, Bramble the Mountain King is coming in 2023, and that's going to be from the developer Dimfrost Studio and from the publisher Merge Games. Now, I know I haven't done a great job of explaining what the game is yet, but the Steam headline goes as this: Bramble the Mountain King is a grim adventure set in a world inspired by dark Nordic fables. Explore the beautiful yet dangerous and twisted land of Bramble in your endeavor to rescue your sister. Traverse a wondrous landscape and survive deadly encounters with Bramble's many hideous creatures, some of which I'll be showing on the screen here. And quite frankly, there's so many cool creatures we're going to be coming across here. We've got the moose, the fairy, the myling, which is the spirit of an unbaptized child, and they're usually drowned by their mothers. And something about this game is that we're going to be spending a lot of time around a lake, which is where we'll also see creatures like the Naken, or Naken, I believe it might be pronounced, which is a big part of the demo and something that we'll be showing in the background here, and honestly is really quite creepy. Continuing on about the game though, we do get to see a little bit more here with the Steam page, and it is said that the game will take us through a gripping and unsettling journey through stunning environments. Take on the role of Ollie, a young boy setting off to rescue his sister, kidnapped by a dreaded troll, and we see the troll here in this little page here. It looks like he's trying to eat us at one point. And I've got to say, as I've played the demo for the game, and I believe you still can on Steam, the game is quite beautiful, even if it does have these weird little moments. As the game comes out, I'd like to see a little more parody of the animations with the environments, not so much of the hover foot or anything like that while you're climbing, and little things like that would really go a long way. That, and then I believe I would like to see a little more expression on Ollie's face, but other than that, I really couldn't complain too much about the visuals of the game. Now, not everything in the land of Bramble is exactly as it seems. In this strange land with creatures big and small, you must be careful when you approach them and when to hide. Many hungry and spiteful beasts lurk in these forests and caves, and so you're going to need to watch your step, and then it shows. We've got some gnomes following us around and some traps that are going off, and that's, oh god. That's terrifying. But in the demo, I felt just that way as well. There were certain times when I wasn't sure to approach something or not, and honestly, the fact that they're marketing that as a big deal is pretty cool. And supposedly, we're going to call upon the Spark of Courage, an enchanted fragment granting the gifts that you need to endure the pitfalls and trials in your path. Defeat the horrid creatures you encounter in different and unique ways, but be warned, courage without kindness can take you down a dark path. So, that's interesting. It may be hinting at, a kind of, I don't want to say karma system, but the idea that there could be multiple endings. And then that little glimmer is actually something we use in the trailer simply for lighting, so very interesting to see that maybe there will be more gameplay than I'm suspecting or what's led on from the demo. Overall, I think the game is really cool from what I've played and what I've seen. But overall, that's really all we have for the game. Otherwise, for key features, it tells you pretty much everything I've read so far, except it does mention just a little bit further that there will be epic scale boss battles, along with tense, heart-pounding moments with high-end visuals to match. And honestly, this is pretty cool. I mean, if I had to do any speculation, there seems to be a lot of vines and thorns throughout some of the imagery for the creature concept art, as well as some of the gifts on the Steam page. So I'm curious if that will have something to do with kind of the evil presence of the game. But really, for now, that's all we know to be sure. Now, there have been trailers playing in the background of this video, and I implore you to go watch them or even play the demo for yourself if you're interested in the game, because I surely am, and I think you should be as well. Another cool little tidbit, honestly, something I saw at the end here, is that this is one of the Epic Mega Grants recipients, meaning that from Epic Games, because they use Unreal Engine, I believe it's on Unreal Engine 4 for this game, they actually get a grant to help bring the game across the finish line, which I think is really cool. And really it just, promotes people using Unreal Engine, and overall I'm really curious to see how that deal works out. And ideally, as we go into 2023, hopefully we'll get a better idea of when the game's coming out. To me, this seems like a perfect fall game, and I really hope by those October months we'll be able to play something like this, because it's very much got that playing from the demo, I'm kind of pulling from my own experience here. The game's really creepy, especially when it wants to be. I thought the puzzles were pretty intuitive as well. Some things that, you wouldn't necessarily think of, for instance, a gnome holding a dandelion that's trying to shed its seeds, putting it under the nose of a sleeping giant creature thing to make him wake up. It's all pretty unique. And not to mention, the game can be pretty upbeat when it wants to be, but also super, super dark when it needs to be as well. The atmosphere of this game is off the charts in every essence, and I really just hope that those few little issues with animations are hammered out for the final release, because I will be playing and reviewing this game. If nothing else, you can look forward to the channel following that here, and also look forward on the channel to other more in-depth videos like this for other games coming out in 2023. My name is Falling Hurts. Thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully we can go to Bramble together. Yeah, that's it, so bye.